Now let's turn our attention to measurement of physical quantities. So this is a very foundation aspect of any student who want to learn physics. So this video series is based on the fundamental aspect of physics. So if you are prepared for any exam and you want to write physics, this is what the starting point of all physics chapter. So that is why I'm going to take time to explain this chapter for you. So what I want to do here, so make sure you follow through the end and take down every single thing. So in this video here, we want to look at what fundamental quantities and their units. We want to look at what derived quantities and their units. They want to look at what dimensional analysis. So these are the key things we are going to look at in this video. So now let's start with the class with what fundamental quantities and their units. So now let's take the definition. A fundamental quantity is defined as that very basic quantity that is independent of any other quantities. So when we talk about fundamental quantities, these are what the basic foundation of every other quantities, that they do not depend on any other quantity. Do you understand? So every other quantity depend on them. They are not derived. They cannot be derived. They are the key fundamental aspect. They are the basis which other quantity depend on. And if you are going to learn physics throughout, now these are things you don't learn physics without talking about all these things, all these quantities here. Do you understand? Now every fundamental quantity has their own fundamental units. So what is fundamental units? A fundamental unit is the unit of a fundamental quantity, and it is defined as the basic, independent, and non-derivable units upon which other units depends. So just like fundamental quantity, we also have fundamental units. They cannot be derived. They do not depend on any other quantity. They are called independent units. Just so if you should know this thing here, then you cannot start deriving. You cannot start talking about what we call derived quantity. So now let's look at it very well. So let's look at our fundamental quantities, unit, and symbols. So fundamental quantity, unit, and symbols. So we'll look at the quantity, fundamental quantity, fundamental quantities, Then here we have the units, then we have the symbol. So the first one you want to talk about is the length. Idea, the length. So the length, after you can use our distance and what displacement, which we are going to talk about here. The unit of length is meter. Is meter, and the symbol is what is m. Now the next one is the word mass. Idea, the unit of mass is what is kilogram. In chemistry, we use gram as unit of mass, but in physics, we use what kilogram as unit of what mass. You understand? So we should call kg. The next one is time, and time is what measured in seconds. Your x. The next one is called electric current. And electric current, the unit is what amperes, which is what is A. Now the next one you want to look at is amount of substance. Amount of what? Of substance. And the amount of substance is what? Is mole. MOL. There is a symbol. So these are the key fundamental quantities you are going to look at here. But in physics, the one you use most is what? Length, mass, and time. Idea. So they're also they are additional. So you have to take all these things down. The next you want to look at is called the derived quantities and their units. So let's look at what the derived quantities and their units. So let's therefore take that definition. A derived quantity is that physical quantity which is obtained by the combination of fundamental quantities. A derived unit is the unit of a derived quantities and is obtained by simple combination of fundamental units. So when we talk about derived, the word derived means what is got from somewhere. So when we talk about those quantity that are be derived from somewhere, they are called derived quantity. So derived quantity also have what called derived units. Derived units are simply what putting all the fundamental units together. You understand? So let's look at their derived quantity, their definition, and their units, which are very, very important. So let's start with what okay. So their derived quantity are more. So I will show you each of the derived quantity, their definition and how they are be derived, and their what units. These are things that are very, very important. So let's get into it. The first one is going to be what? The area. Area. So when we talk about area, the definition is what? It's length times breadth. The length times breadth. Right there. And length and breadth are also like distance. So it's going to be meter times meter. Now this one is meter. This one is what is meter. So it's going to be meter what square. So the first one you want to look at is what is area. Definition of length times meter what square. Very important. The next one is going to be volume. Right there. The definition is what length times breadth times height. Length times breadth times height. Right there, which is what? Meter times meter times what? Meter, which is going to be meter what? Cube. Very important. The next one is going to be density. Right there, density. And density equals what? Mass over volume. So you can say mass over volume. This is that. So when I talk about density, I talk about mass over what? Volume. Now, what is the unit of mass? Remember, mass is a fundamental quantity, right? And is what is kg over. Now, volume is what is meter cube. So going to be meter what cube. If you combine it together, it's going to be kilometer kg per meter what cube. This is that. Or you can say or kg per meter what cube. Very important. Next one is what is speed. And what is speed? Speed is distance over what? Distance over time. So you can say distance over what? Time. Now, as a physics student here, you must know all these definitions. They are key. Now, remember, distance is just like length, right? So we should go to be what? Which is going to be what? Meter, right? Meter over. Time is what? Is a fundamental quantity, which is what? Is seconds, right? So it will be meter per seconds, or you can say meter per seconds. Very important. Now the next one is called velocity. Velocity and time, velocity and speed, they are the same thing. Just that velocity is what? Displacement. So it will be displacement over what? Over time. Displacement is also the same type of length, the same meter over what? Seconds. So going to be meter per seconds. This is that meter per what? Seconds. Now next is called acceleration. Acceleration is what? Change in velocity over what? Change in time. This is that change in what? In velocity. So you can say change in what? In velocity over what? Time. Can you see that? Now remember, the unit of velocity is what? Is meter per second. So you can say meter per seconds over what seconds. So if you do the calculation, it's going to be meter per second square. So now let me break on that for you so you understand. For those of you who don't understand this here. So because if you look at remember meter per square also is set at what 1 over what seconds. No, meter per square also is set at m over what m divided by seconds, right? So it will be meter over what seconds, right? Now remember this division here also is set like division, then seconds. Now if you change it to times, what will happen here? This will go down because here we have 1, right? So when it come down, here we now have what? Meter over seconds times 1 over what seconds. So if you multiply seconds times seconds, that's how we got seconds square. This is that. So acceleration is what change velocity or what change the time. We call meter per what seconds. Just now the next thing here we're going to look at is force. Force. Now what is force? Force is what mass times acceleration. Force is what mass times acceleration. Mass times acceleration. Idea. Now remember, the unit of mass is what is kg. Then acceleration is what meter per second square. So going to be meter per second square. So if you combine it together, it's going to be kg meter per second square. So going to be kg meter per second what square. Now another thing we want to look here is that another unit of force is called Newton. So kg meter per second square also known as what Newton. So also known what as Newton. Very important. So force mass times acceleration. Mass is what is kg. Acceleration of meter per second square. So kg meter per second square. We also the same as what Newton. Now the next one here is work. Work or energy. Work or what? Energy. Now when we talk about work is equals to force times distance. Right there. Force times distance. Force times what? Distance. Force times what? Distance. Times distance. Right there. Now, if we should use Newton, now we can use you can either use this one. So when I told you that I can either kg meter per second square, right? So if you check very well, if you should use this one here we have kg meter per second square times meter. What happen here? Meter times meter is what is meter square. So another unit of work is what kg meter square per second square, because meter times meter is what is meter square. So what will be kg meter square per second what square. This is that. Or you can say Newton times meter. So you also say that what Newton meter. Right there, which also are what joules. So Newton meter is also the same as joules. So remember the unit of work is measured in joules, and that joules is also the same as what kg meter square per second square or Newton meter. Just that. The next thing I want to look at here, pressure. Look at what pressure. Now what is pressure? What is the definition of pressure? Pressure is what? Force over area. Force over what? Area. Now what is force? Force is already what? Newton. What is area? Area is what? Is meter square. Newton over what? Meter what? Square. So it will be Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. Newton per meter what? Square. That is it. Now you can also use this one here. So if you don't want to use Newton per meter square, you can also use kg meter per second square over what? Meter square. So how are you going to do that? So now let us say we are not using this one Newton per meter square. Now let us say we are using kg meter per second square. So how are you going to do that? So now let me explain to you here. Let me use one to explain to you. So here we have, remember force is what? Kg meter per second square. So here we have kg meter per second what square over what meter what square. Now, if you take these two things here, now if you look at this meter and what meter here we have m over what m what square, right? Now this one here, if you remember in indices here, this divide you also think that what meter divided by what meter what square, right? In indices here, you subtract them, right? So that's going to be, let me write this place out so I can derive it for you. So you're taking meter and what meter because one is numerator, one is denominator, right? So if you should take that here, you have what meter over meter what square, right? So this division here also is the same thing this one here. So what is going to be what m1 minus 2 is going to be what m minus 1. So it is saying that the unit of force is what kg per meter per second square. That is it. So when we talk about pressure can also be what meter per second square, meter per meter, Newton per meter square, or you can say kg per meter per second square. That is it. Very important. These are key things you are supposed to know as a physics student. Now the next one we are going to look at is power. Now, what is power? Power is equal to what? Work over what? Time. Now, remember, the unit of work is what? The unit of work is what? Newton meter. So you have what? Newton meter over. My time is what? Seconds. Can you see that's going to be Newton meter per seconds. Now, the unit of power you also know as what? Watts. Watts. That is it. Then the last one is called momentum. Momentum. Now, what is the definition of momentum? Momentum is what? Mass times velocity. Mass times velocity. Mass times what? Velocity. Now, under definition of momentum is what? Force times time. Force times time. So any of it. Remember, my mass is kg. My velocity is meter per second. So it's going to be kg meter per second. Can you see that? Now remember, force is Newton. Time is what? Seconds. That is it. So these are the key derived quantities you are going to use in physics. So and you have to take them down because you are going to see them in the exam. Now, if you are going to write the upcoming JAM examination, we have our private class where we are going to teach you one-on-one through our Zoom class or our WhatsApp class. So if you've been interested to join the private class, now we organize class for both WAEC, NECO, and JAM students, JPEP students, and YEWA. So if you are going to write that chemistry, maths, physics in any of your examination, please send us a message and we'll start our personal online class. If you need one-on-one coaching, I'll be glad to be your private online tutor. So for the sake of this video here, we'll not be going to dimensions. So the next video is going to be on dimensional analysis. So please kindly subscribe to the channel so I don't miss out every other video content we produce. Kindly share this video to your friends that are in science that will be writing the upcoming examination. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.